Hello,
Hey, what's up?
Robert.
Hold on, let me see. How do I turn my camera on?
Let's see. Maybe that will help you. I might have muted you. Oh, there you are. Now you're muted still. There you are. Oh, now you're gone.
Good, there it is.
Hey,
Oh man, it's so hot.
it's a bit hot out there. It's it's the
So,
summer and the summertime.
so I've been I figured out you're right. It was a phone setting on my phone, not on the app. So I had to go in there and enable it. So now I get the notifications on time.
Yeah, I'm glad.
um, and then I saw that you messaged. We're planning on meeting again at the end of the month. On the
Yeah. I'm
Okay,
hoping,
cool,
yeah, we're trying to do it monthly, so I'm hoping, I'm thinking every last Saturday or last Sunday of the month. Um,
nice.
every second Saturday of the month, we have our meet and greet Zoom calls where everybody just gets on and says, "Hey, I'm so and so. This is what I do. What do you do?" Or discussions like, "How do you determine your prices? How do you get contracts?" Or just support group.
Yeah, yeah, that's really cool actually. That's because there's a lot of like questions that everybody seems to ask on the thing too, which is good. It's good. And this time I'll bring all my instruments, just to be able to jam well. Because man, I felt so like limited just with the flute. I was like, oh
And I have so much recorded stuff. Like, you were great. Like,
really?
yeah, I just haven't had a chance to edit it because I like it to look a certain way. So I'm gonna edit
Oh
it and then hopefully share it soon. But yeah, you were doing great. Like, you could hear your flute. Like, you came in perfectly. So, like, even
yeah.
the flute,
I
you're
always practice. I'm like I always since I have two.
yeah,
So this is the one that stays in my car. I'm always trying to like learn. Basically, I practice every day.
nice.
Like I think I haven't really learned songs completely where I could play them perfect, but like if I put them on a to hear them and play them, and I can actually play them. But it's like trying to get there eventually. One thing for sure is like the fingerings have helped me with the different types of melodies and songs and everything. So
Good. It's like practice makes it more habitual. Becomes a habit, and then you get used.
yeah, you know what though? It's really cool. Like to see the other guys play the flutes. They play different. Like one guy makes like all them weird noises like. And then the other guy actually plays music like me. So I was like, that's pretty cool. Because when I first started, I used to do that with Enrique. I used to go like just simple noises, and
Yeah.
now it's just like having memories of like, wow, I remember when I started, I used to just do those kind of noises and stuff instead of like melody or type of little rhythm.
Sometimes like just sounds in general, whatever they sound like, sound really good. I went to a sound bath last night by one of our members, and it's so funny. She was in a new studio, and not new for her, but new like it's under a different management and different name, and so
Oh
they
yeah, yeah.
they have it in this room. It's really nice, but they have the fans at the top, so the fans were going, and you could hear the fan going click clock, click clock, click clock. I was like, hey, it works sometimes. Or you could hear the click clock with the sound bath with all the other stuff that's going on. I was like, oh,
Oh, I mean, it added rhythm to the whole music sometimes. Okay, yeah,
it
I
did.
see.
I was looking around like, who's doing that? I didn't realize
So it was the fan actually when it oscillated, right?
it was, those ceiling fans. It was just moving because I
Oh
guess
wow.
they didn't tighten it or something. But I thought,
That's funny.
yeah, yeah. Sounds like any type of sounds kind of add to the experience. It's very interesting. So yeah. So
Okay.
we're here today to talk about like the movement forward. Like I wanna share this with everybody. So anybody watching later, this is being recorded, so anybody watching later can also have the information. First about the July 27th and 28th that weekend. I want to do it on the Saturday, but I know it's a little harder for some of us to do that. I think Josue, he wanted to come. He wants to come every time, but he said he works Saturdays and he's not available until like 3. So I didn't want to do it too late in the day because it gets hot. So I feel like
Yeah.
3 would be a little too hot. Um, but I was thinking Sunday morning. However, I know Mark does his sound bath Sunday mornings, and he suggested Holmby Park because that's usually where he does it. So I'm gonna have a conversation with him to see if we can just join him on his Sunday this month, just to see what
Okay.
days are like. He did suggest last month to do Holmby Park, so I'm like, hey, if that works. He was saying there's bathrooms, there's facilities, there's playgrounds for the kids, so that they can, have fun.
Oh
So
yeah.
yeah, so I'm thinking that might be the direction, but I wanted to reach out to Mark first because I think he asked for donations, and I don't want to take away from his funds or anything like that. Right.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, so that's one thing that I'm gonna see if he doesn't mind, that if we could join him, but also I've been looking up some parks. There's this park in Silver Lake. I think it's Silver Lake. That's really pretty. It's not the one with the lake. It's not that one. There's another one that's flat and it's like right by the reservoir. And I'm like, maybe we could do something over there. So I'm gonna look into that as well. But
Yeah, I think, but definitely, I think with having so many people from all over the place, just move it around. You know what I mean? So that some people who can't come or closer to them, it'll be easy for them. Like when you put Balboa, I was like, oh, that's next door. I have to show up.
yeah.
So I want to make sure that we give that opportunity to everybody. And it
Yeah.
seems to like be fair that way.
Yeah, that's one of the main goals is to be able to do a different park all over Los Angeles, wherever that may be, so that people gain access to this really wonderful form of healing and just be able to come out and relax. And so I'm thinking because I really liked doing it at Lake Balboa, I think we can have a couple of parks where we consistently do it at, like third weekend of the month we do it here, third, and so on and so forth. So I'm thinking that might be something fun to do because I really liked Lake Balboa, and like that's my park. That's my home space.
I like it too because it's next door to me, so I'm not gonna complain. But you
Yeah,
know what? As everybody seems to be open to want to meet more than once.
yeah,
So if that's possible, we could try to make one of them as like headquarters Balboa, and then the other one can be the alternating one. So we can hit different areas, Pasadena or Silver Lake.
that's a great idea. I like that. I really like that. Yeah. That's a really great idea. And I know I was thinking we don't have to have official titles or anything, but ambassadors of certain areas, like where you live or where somebody else lives, like you're the ambassador of that park. So,
I
that
see.
would be the organization that would, because I don't have to go to everyone, and everybody can everybody can plan their own like collaborative event, and whoever can show up can show up. Um,
Yeah, that sounds cool. And
yeah.
that way, on the Balboa one, I'll be willing to try to go out there and help you early and put some balloons up, like just the way to identify the area a little bit easier. Because I did pass by and I was like, where are they? And then I saw the big gong and I was like, I think that's where it is.
Yep.
so,
Uh,
so it kind of helps. You know what I mean?
yeah. Lisa had her. I literally messaged her maybe a day or two before she came, and
Oh
she
wow.
like, yeah, I'm down. I was like, oh, I wasn't expecting that, and yay. So she brought her gong. She brought a lot of stuff, which was great to have all of that.
Yeah,
Anyway,
I really want to buy that rain drum she had or that rain pot. You
the
know?
the one with the circles and all the design.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was really nice.
Oh, yeah, that one sounded like real waves coming in instead of like rain. Felt like you were immersed in the ocean hitting you. I was like,
Nice.
wow. But
Yeah.
okay. Yeah, I mean, hopefully next time we could get more people in the group, to show up because more options, and everybody gets to express their needs or what they would like to improve.
Yeah,
So
yeah. I'm sure we will as it keeps going. Like that was our first one, and we had 8 total sound healers.
yeah, no kidding. The cool thing was half and half, four
Yeah,
girls and four guys.
it was even crazier because I was like, "Hey, how did that happen?" But it was magical. It was perfect, just the way it was. And I'm excited for the next one. And I thought, even if it's just 1 or 2 people, that's fine. We're still doing the work, and the work is just providing sound baths at a community level where people can just come, relax, get to know us if they choose, and then come back the next time. So that would be,
Okay.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah. I can start trying to invite some of the people at my gym that I go to, and like to let
yeah,
them know that at the end of the month we're gonna have a little collaboration.
yeah.
It's free. It's free, right? It's not donation based. It's just
I
okay.
mean, donations are welcome, but yeah, it's free. It's
Okay.
free. Yeah,
So
I put donations are welcome, and it will be split amongst the healers so that everybody gets.
yeah, you know what? I actually the two events that I did them like that without putting donations or anything, but because it just went well, that everybody felt obligated to just like provide. So sometimes
Oh,
I don't know, it just works out. You know what I mean? Because
yeah,
I know I did a couple before with the group. You know what I mean? And we didn't make a lot, and the two times that I did it for myself, I made like over $200
that's
from a
amazing.
small amount of people, and I was surprised because it's like people were giving me 40, 35, all different ranges. So I was like, so if I was to put a price on it, the average price would have been $20, I guess. But you know what I mean? It's just easy. 8 people gave me that kind of money. So,
Wow,
you
congratulations,
know,
amazing.
yeah. So I wanna try doing more, but it is very complicated to do it by yourself because if you get the drum, I'm not like you. I can't sing, so I'm like, it's only drum, and if I get the flute, then it's just the flute, so you can hear me when I pause in my breath.
Uh,
You know what I mean? It's just a little bit like not as continuous, I would say,
yeah,
as when we have more people. You're like, oh wow, like there's your little guitar. You can play your little charms. You hear everybody. It's just magical when it comes in like that. Because you're right. Remember, like you said, the fan kicks in and it's like, hey, it's making a rhythm.
yeah, yeah. That's awesome. Yeah,
So
I want to venture into trying it like that. Like I just got my bowls, so they're still like brand new, and I'm still new at playing bowls. Um, but other music stuff I could do, and I want to like get out there and practice, like just get out there so I can use the bowls more and get really used to them and learning how to play in a good way, in a way that's beneficial and
your
smooth.
bowls also your bowls also have a note. You know what I mean? Each bowl is a note, like A, B, C, D, E, F, G.
Yeah,
So that way, if you want to get familiar with them, get like a download an app and hit them, so you
yeah,
can tell which is what note. And then I don't know. I know you know music, so you could probably try to make a combination of how to like make a rhythm. Because I used to do that with Enrique. He used the Santor,
yeah.
and he would like stick between like A, G, F, E, in a pattern, and we
What
just
goes
I
with
would
the,
yeah, and then you could just kind of hit the bowls a little bit like doom, 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 doom,
yeah,
doom. So it's really fun. You can do it as music or as a sound maker. But
yeah, yeah.
it's fascinating. I'm happy to be in this group.
I'm happy that you're in this group. It's been a while. For those watching later, me and Robert were in a band called Eres Medicina, and we got to explore sound baths. We got to explore medicine music, and it was really fun working with the band and doing sound baths and concerts at the same time. It was a really unique thing at the time, where it was like, okay, we're gonna do a little bit of sound bath, then we're gonna sing, and then we're gonna go back into sound bath, and then we're gonna sing some more. It was always a
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah. It was really cool, especially the when we did that medicine thing when we went in Shasta.
yeah. I
So it was like
remember that one.
that one was kind of different. It was kind of different. That's why, because it was mainly for like the ayahuasca event ceremonies. It was all basically ceremonial stuff, but um, we separated. Like it was me and Enrique on one thing and Rosalinda by herself, and vice
Really?
versa. Yeah, and it was always be like one person at a time. So I would play the flute, and then join in with the drum while he played with the guitar. So it was just very very random. We had no structure really.
Yeah. That's the thing with the sound healing. It's just go with the flow. Whatever you're feeling in that moment, you just go, and it works
Yeah,
out.
no, it was
Like,
good. It was
yeah, it was.
the 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 best part about it was I guess you could say the birds and just the mountains, the noises surrounding us. You know what I mean? Just everything's just so magnified. I guess at the time.
Yeah, yeah, that makes sense. I love it when we get to do it at parks because, or anything in nature, because nature does tend to come in a little bit and start sneaking her sounds in that kind of fit with it. It's perfect. So yeah, yeah. So I wanna go ahead and we'll talk. It'll either be our next one will either be on Sunday or Saturday in the morning from like 10 until 11. So arrive by 9. But I'll have those plans set before Saturday, our
Okay,
meeting here. Um,
okay.
yeah. And the next part I want to talk about, it's big news. I've decided to move this into a nonprofit so that we can, get donations that will help us, go even further with the collaborations and the music, and also accept donations from people who want to give to this type of cause in a way that's tax deductible for them. So, that's what I'm aiming for. That's what I'm working on, and I'm looking for a few of our members to, serve on the board, possibly be an advisor, help organize it because it's a lot of work to get it into an actual nonprofit legal status, especially as I'm thinking into a church because that's one of the I feel like for what we're doing, that's going to be the best entity wise, if that makes sense, entity wise. But yeah, so we're moving in that direction, and I'm interested in who might be interested
So
in help.
so we're looking at possibly trying to get like a facility to actually have something to to work from.
Yeah, like
Okay.
the nonprofit, and because then we could make t-shirts that we can sell per donation, that have the Medicine House logo on it, and bags and anything else to just raise funds for what we're doing so that, not only can we provide the space for others, but we can also, be paid for our time and what we
Yeah,
do.
let's do that. I'll help you.
Yeah, yeah, that'd be great. Yeah. I met somebody last week who started a nonprofit as well, and so he's willing to help with the legalities. So that's a good part too, because I've been working on nonprofits for the past year, and it's been difficult trying to understand like the language and everything, but
Okay.
having help definitely helps, so that we can see how to make this a real like
So
entity.
that that means we need to turn in the house medicine into like a LLC, right?
No,
And no?
not an LLC because it would be a nonprofit. It would just be I think they call it a 503(1)(c). I think that,
Okay.
let me see. But yeah, the LLC would be more of a for-profit, like a business, which is in the works, but that's a whole nother level. It has everything to do with sound healing, but not so much like community sound healing. But that's another thing. Okay.
Okay.
Nonprofit. So it's a nonprofit church. Oh yeah, it's a 501(c)(3). So
Oh, because we're gonna go underneath the umbrella of church, right? Nonprofit church. That's why. Okay.
yeah, yeah. So we'll do that, and just have to get some paperwork together, and I feel like that might be more of a bi-weekly meeting, maybe even weekly, just to get it started and going so that we know, like, we're making sure that everything is legally accurate. And then I feel like with that, we can start getting contracts and like parks. I know um Kirsten or I think her name is Kirsten. She was telling us last time we had a meeting that, she has contracts with parks and she has contracts everywhere where she can, perform and not perform, but give sound baths where, she's like the consistent sound healer there. And I'm like, oh,
Oh,
that would be,
okay. That's cool. She's smart. That's like becoming the residents of that part.
yeah, yeah. She said she's been in it since probably the 1990s. She's been giving sound healing. So it would
Wow.
for a while. Yeah.
Yeah, that's almost 30 years. Okay,
Yeah.
that's pretty cool. That's a lot of experience, definitely to
Yeah.
share with us.
Yeah, she has a lot of wisdom, which I'm super grateful for because I'm new in this realm, this specific realm, and it's like, oh, it'd be nice to get as many people, just helping guide the way as possible. So that's helpful. Yeah.
Yeah, I think as long as we set up the vehicle for it, I think everybody would jump in. You know what I mean? I
Yeah.
could see this. I could see this becoming like way bigger than we think. You know what I mean? Just simply with the different heads and like what you just said, one person having 30 years of experience sharing ideas. It's like it's gonna revolutionize the small space. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Endless possibilities. So
Yeah. Exactly. Exactly. Yeah, my goal is for it to be whatever it wants to be, but exactly what you said, just bigger than just just bigger. I feel like there's not a lot of sound healers that actually work together. Like truly, I know there's some, but like truly work together and like make this a whole profession in a way because it's a lot of work to
no,
do.
it is.
It's a lot like going back and forth. The bowls are fragile. All the instruments are extremely expensive. They can be extremely expensive, and it's like why not have help with all of this? Like even having insurance on your instruments in case something happens you're not left out in the dark having to pay another $1,000 for a new set of sound bowls just to maintain it.
It's
So
true though. It's true because I remember when we traveled all the way to, from place to place, you have everything in the back of the trunk whenever you are in a car accident. So yeah, it makes perfect sense.
yeah, yeah. So that's part of the vision of the medicine house and what we're doing here, especially the Sound Healer Collective, and um, just trying to get us, there, wherever there might be, just like really turning this into something solid and supportive for everybody. Yeah. Yeah. So, more info to come. More info to come. I just have to set some time aside, and I think I'm gonna share this with everybody so that everybody knows, and those who are interested. I'll have another. We'll have the organizer. I might have to make another one because I want there to be separate between the organizers for the park sound baths and then the nonprofit people because I feel like that's a different energy completely.
Okay.
Yeah, but we'll see.
So so you're gonna open up a separate chat, right? For that.
There's probably gonna be like 100 chats by the end of this. Because I'm like, I like things organized a certain way. I'm like, this goes here, because it gets confusing. I've been in WhatsApp chats for years, and sometimes it's like so much information, and you can't really find what you need to find, and so I'm trying to make it where it's easy for people to find the information they need and connect with each other. That's the one thing I really want is just connections and talking and sharing about us, like truly us, not so much our events, but there is a space for events, but hey, I need to know like I'm struggling with this or hey, let me give you some advice. This is what I found works easier. Something like just support.
Yeah, no, definitely. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially coming out of your shell, when you haven't done this as frequently as you were doing it before, it's like, oh
Yeah.
man.
I,
I remember
mhm.
I just did a I mean occasionally when at LA Fitness after yoga, I offer to play the flute, just either one song or two songs, and
Nice.
I get nervous sometimes. I'm like, I'm just like, Why does that happen? Just like when that girl tried to record me and then I couldn't play it. I was like, oh my God, what happens? Why do we why do we freeze? And so I was like, had to shake it off and start from scratch and just close my eyes and then it works, you know, and then
Yeah.
everybody likes it. So,
Yeah. The more you
but
do,
yeah,
the more you do it, the easier it gets, and those nerves don't go away. You just like,
yeah, I was gonna say that because no matter how good you get, you still get those butterflies. You know what I mean? Occasionally, I'm like, I think it's more in the head, right? Like, what are they gonna think of it, or hopefully they like it. But truly, no matter what, it always sounds really nice as long as you relax, I
yeah,
guess.
still come out nice and relax is the relaxing part. That's the hard part.
Serious.
Yeah.
But okay. Well, if you need me to help you with anything, I'm definitely I can put some time into it or do some research of the legalities of how to, make the company nonprofit and all that stuff and who you need to speak to.
Yeah,
And if you want to copyright the name as well, I can look into that as well for you.
that would be great. Yeah, I have it saved right now, reserved on the California Secretary of the State, something like that.
Okay.
Where it's reserved, so I have about another month or so before it gets unreserved, but I can just reserve it again just so that we have that protection and we don't have to rush too much, but just to get it done. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I don't think it's a lot either to actually like get it copywritten so that it's like locked in. And I think there's just one process after you get it locked in is we have to advertise it like on Google for 30 days. And if nobody claims it after we've done this, then it officially becomes like locked in for us.
Nice. Yeah, if you
So
want to dive into that, that would be grateful. I mean, that would be super helpful because I don't know
yeah,
any copywriting.
I'll start doing research today just so that by the time I see you in like 2 weeks, I guess, I'll
Yeah.
have some answers for you or some paperwork for you.
Great. Thank you. Thank you, Robert. That's really
Yeah,
helpful.
for sure. Of course.
Yeah. So thank you for joining the call today. It's been really nice talking to you and sharing about the ideas. And also anybody who's interested in helping with that, join the nonprofit group. I'm going to go ahead and start that later today. And we can go ahead and get started on that. Yay!
Sounds good. Thank you for showing up,
Of
holding
course. You
space. So
too. Yeah. Have a good rest of your day.
you too. Take care. Okay, bye. There you go.